Come on, it's time to wake up. Lise, wake up so y'all get ready for school.
It starts at 5:30 in the morning. I get myself up, get myself together before I get the kids up. After I get myself up, it's about 5:45 a.m. And after that, I wake up the twins, get them together first, wake Charlotte up so she can get up, get showered. Charlize's morning wake up routine is a little bit more extensive because I have to get her off the pump, get her diaper changed, and normally when I change her area where she sleeps, because she's feeding on the pump all night with water, her area is a lot wet. So we have to take her clothes off, get her area dry.
No, you gotta go to school. It's time to get up.
It's not time to get up.
It is.
It's not. Hello.
You gotta get up. Yes, you gotta get up. Come on. Hey, Chelsea, wake up. Wake up. Don't wake up and be mean.
It's kind of like a back and forth thing. That's why I make sure at 5:30 I get myself together. So normally the only thing I have to do after I get everybody dressed is just put my clothes on, because I'm back and forth from room to room. Get up, do this, do this. The morning hustle and bustle, that's what it is.
This Miss Independent, she'll get in there and make her and her sister a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, or make them some toast or something. What you gonna do? You gonna make peanut butter and jelly? We didn't run out of peanut butter. Peanut butter in the cabinet.
Well, he had to smoke it.
Huh?
Can I take an apple to school?
Yes.
Can I eat an apple right now?
That's all you want? So you're not gonna try to pack nothing when it's time to go? Yes or no?
I grew up living in the home with my mom. She was a single mom. She would discipline us. Like, you know, if I did something, I got more whoopings in the house than anybody. But then she would come back later. You want to play tea party? And I used to be like, lady, I don't want to play with you. You just, discipline me. But I grew up in a house where you don't get mad at your parent. You play with your parent and you still receive the discipline, but it's okay. So I think that's, where I get that from.
You need to move faster than that, sir.
The neighborhood that I grew up in, our block was a family. If my mother was at work and that parent knew that she wasn't home, we could go to another house and go get something to eat, and it wasn't a problem. We've had neighborhood children that come live with us because everybody was, together. So we had a very loving block that we lived on, and it didn't matter whether you were the older sibling or the younger. Everybody looked out and loved, everybody. A lot of the people over there, either they still live over there or people have come and bought the homes. And so it's a really, really nice block. It's a very well-kept area. You can tell that, the people there, they care about their homes and they care about what's going on. I've been over there in the summer and winter. The grass is cut in the summer. The streets are plowed and the sidewalks are shoveled in the winter. So they really care about, where they live.
She got this rash from somewhere. I don't know where it came from. But she got a dermatology appointment. But I just try to keep it greased up so it don't look so bad. One of the allergy doctors said they think it's from her being on the anti-reject medicines for so long that it's caused her to break out, to lose her eyebrows.
That was mine.
What was yours?
The breaking out.
I know that.
And you stole it.
Hmm?
You stole it.
I stole what?
The breaking out with mine.
Oh, stole your story? You were supposed to tell it?
Charlie's.
I promise you're going to have a lifetime to tell your stories.
Her health condition is so tedious that you really can't miss a beat with her, because her care and her situation is so serious because of, different things like her ostomy. I have to make sure that, it stays clean, that it stays dry. Nothing comes in contact with it to get it infected, because if she gets infected, it's going to affect her kidney transplant.
So she had a before her kidney transplant, she had hypertension, a slight, high blood pressure. But since the transplant, it just turned into high blood pressure. So she takes amlodipine, and I have to put it in her G tube. Most of her meds are through her G tube because she has such a sensitive gag reflex. So if not, then she'll throw everything back up, and then we'll have to start from scratch. So most of her meds are given through her G tube, so I don't even have to worry about her throwing up or nothing like that.
Mama, I cannot find the toothpaste.
Okay.
I make sure that there's no medicine that need to be given, no assessment or nothing needs to be done, because I'm very careful about mistakes being
across
made.
the street. Go out the door. Huh?
Why the man? I got everything.
You got everything?
Good.
Good.
Yay! Charlie gets a surprise!
See you guys later. All right, start taking your stuff off so you can get it in your locker. Good, how are you? Yeah. We did. We did.
Okay, there's so much of kids and ice cream.
I know, but we won't see so much of my kids. Because I gotta go take your siblings to school and go to the gas station. Okay, go. I'll be back. Be good, okay? It was somebody living in that house that was next door to me, and the person moved because they had so much mold in it that it was mushrooms when they tore the ceilings down. So they moved, and when they moved, as soon as they moved, like a month later, my house got broken into, right on my side of the where my bedroom is, on that side of the house. They came in through that window. And I was like, no, because, they less likely to break in if it's something, they think somebody over there. But as soon as he moved, I was like, man, it happened. They came right in. They didn't come like through the house or nothing like that, because I had, my dad had just gave my oldest like an iPad, little tablet thing, and that was sitting right on the dining room table. Those are super thin, so you can slide that right out the window. That's why I said they got no further than my bedroom, because my drawers was open. You can tell my mattress was moved, and all my jewelry was dumped out on the bed. And my son that morning had came to me. He was looking for something and saw my rent in my drawer that's in there now, and it's clear. And he asked me for it. Oh, he asked me something about it, and I said, go put that back. So when he put it back in the back. So when they pulled that drawer out, they didn't see it because that money was in the bag. And I was like, I'm so glad he put it back right there, because had he put it back where he saw it, I'd have been $600 in the hole. Yes. Yes, I'm talking about you. Where you go?
I always say I'm going to teach my children to treat other people like they want to be treated. So if you want to be treated nicely, then you treat people nicely. If you want to be helped, then you help other people. So I want to leave for my children to in the city of Detroit to want to help other people in the city. You know, my kids have asked me, you know, Mom, can we go to a shelter to, you know, to feed people, you know, so they want to give back to the city. So they have it as children. So as adults, I hope that they continue to, you know, be in Detroit and want to help, you know, make Detroit better and see what problems are in Detroit and want to be a solution to the problem and not add to the problem.
This is around the corner from my house. So this is on the back side of where I live. So this block is a little it's much. You know, when it's late, you still hear people talking, and you hear people. You know, I've even heard gunshots on this side of the block. Now this is on the other side where I live. This is where the side where I live at. This is now see that's my house right there. So in between here and here is in the back of my house. Now there's a gentleman that stays in one of these two houses that has like pit bulls, and somebody's always trying to take his pit bulls, so they let them loose and they run on the side of the house where I live at. So I'm all with, and that was one reason why it's always push to get the fences put up, because if those dogs get free and my kids are in the backyard, you know, they can get hurt. Now I park really, really close to my drive. Remember when I was saying I park right by the door?
Yeah.
So they can get right out, like boom and boom.
Yeah, go on.
Yep. I don't want them running around the car. None of that. Because my neighbor's porch, a car was coming down the street and jumped my curb and ran right into his porch. So I don't know at what time, you know, a car's gonna do that again. So if my kid's not running around wild, that won't happen. And even if we coming outside, I tell them, don't come outside and be loud. Come outside, get in the car and be quiet, because we don't have to announce to everybody that we leaving. You know, we already on the main street, so they see us coming and going. But I don't want to bring extra attention that we would. I used to be like, no fussing. Just get in the car quietly and let's go.
Way. Dream chasers built Detroit. This is the world city. Design here, design the world. Build here, you'll build the world. Create here, create the world. Move here, move the world.
We kind of drive through different areas with the bird box view, kind of blindfolded, and act like you don't see it. But just because you don't see the problem does not mean it doesn't exist. Just because you don't see the lead climbing on top of the water doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Just because you don't see the mold on the outside of the houses don't mean it doesn't exist in the inside of the houses. So, and the whole thing, out of mind, out of sight, out of mind, is a definitely true statement. Because sometimes people will act like they ignore stuff until it's on the forefront or until it's surfaced into a problem. But Detroit, the neighborhoods are lacking attention. If you get the attention in the areas that is needed, then you'll fix a lot of the problems. Some of the the stuff that's going on in the houses is causing a lot of the health problems in the children. And we want to blame it on different things. Let's get to the source. Let's not let the attention fade away from, what's causing health, what's causing sickness, and what's causing this other stuff. Let's get to the sources of, exactly what the problems are. So the city of Detroit is lacking attention. And I say attention as a whole because every area doesn't deserve the same attention. Every area is different attention. So put attention in that area where it's needed. It may be blight. It may be just repairing a few homes. It may be fixing the roads. whatever it is attention to whatever area. To me, longtime Detroiter means committed. It means dedicated to where you were, where you live, where you grew up. It means love, that you love where you are, that you know, longtime Detroiter. That means that you kind of want to stay here to make a difference. Some people don't want to stay here and make a difference. They want to go somewhere else. But longtime Detroiters want to stay here, live here. They want to make a difference. So I don't want to have a mindset that whatever I'm going to another state for is not here. I want those resources to be here. So a longtime Detroiter loves being in Detroit, loves the commitment, and wants to make it be a place that people come and not a place that people run from.